good, Novatos? Thanks again for tuning in to yet another video. Coming at you from the studio, talking head video. We're going to be looking at some recent news. The Sportster S, it has been leaked, and it seems like Sportster as we know it, air-cooled, is pretty much, I guess, the end of it. Yes, I don't know. What do you guys think about this recent news? You guys go ahead and leave your comments down below, but it looks like Sportster's getting a big update, and we haven't seen an update in the engine since 1985. Going back into the history of the Sportster, it looks like the Sportster name is going to be carried on. It's been around since the 1950s. It's been over 50 years, the way that we know it. Like I said, the last update was the Evo engine. That was in 1985, and then in 86, that's when it was turned into the 1200, the way that we know it now. So it's been left unchanged for a lot of years. The Sportster has received minor updates, fuel injection, motor mounts, axle sizes. Maybe 2014 was the most recent biggest changes, and suspension, braking, just minor little updates. And you know what, I don't know how to feel about this. I've been a huge fan of the Evo Sportster. I've owned my Sportster for some time, and I loved it. I love that bike. And you know what, like I said, I do like the Sportster, but I am also excited about this new change that Harley Davidson is bringing, and it's a complete overhaul. Honestly, it's not really a Sportster anymore. Like I said, the Sportster, the way it's been around, the frame, the feel, the Sportster, it's it's an iconic bike. It's been around, this great bike that's been around for over 50 years. It's outlived the FXR. The FXR, when it was released back in the 80s, it was actually controversial, mainly because a lot of people, I don't know if you guys have been hearing this recently quite a bit, comparing to the Softail Milwaukee 8. The FXR was kind of deemed as a Japanese type of bike when it was first released. It had the improved handling. It had a, you know what, I'm not gonna get into it. This is about the Sportster, but the Sportster outlived the FXR. It also outlived the Dyna. It outlived the V-Rod. It outlived the street rods, the Softails with the twin cams. The Sportster, like I said, has been around for over 50 years, and honestly, it's one of my favorite bikes. And I don't know, I guess just the whole slogan's finally, I mean, I kind of saw it coming, from evolution to revolution. You know, the 1250 Custom, I believe that was going to be alongside, or you know what, not really. I guess I really wanted the Sportster to kind of remain around and stick around and be sold right next to the Revolution Max, kind of like what Indian has with their liquid cooled and their V-twin. But you know what, I guess we're still going to keep that around. We still have the Milwaukee 8 lineup that's still going to be around. That's the bread and butter of Harley Davidson. But quite honestly, I think we all saw this coming back in 2017 when they were closing a plant. We all thought it was going to be the Sportster. I mean, that was the rumors. Back when Dyna was selling, it was one of the Harley's best-selling bikes. Everybody loved the Dyna. And when we heard news of Harley opening another plant, I don't know where they opened it, but they were moving their manufacturing over to, it was outside of Milwaukee. What happened was, I believe they were closing the plant. You know, like I said, I don't remember. I should be doing research on this, but yes, they closed the plant, and they were building the Dyna and the Sportster in that factory. And you know what? We just didn't see how Harley would just kind of move the manufacturing from one plant to the other. I guess we just expected. I guess we just expected the Dyna to keep on going on, since the Sportster's been around at that time. It's been around just like right now, you know, over 50 years. So I guess that's what we expected. And then Euro 5 was also something that was hinted at 3-4 years ago. And now it's, you know, the Sportster has stopped sales overseas. So, and I guess this is where Harley has been offering less and less models with the Sportster lineup. Now we have the 883, the 1200, and the 48. When we used to have maybe 5 models, last 4 years, the Nightster, the 72, the Roadster, and a little bit of variations between the 883 and then the 1200 custom, just minor changes. But yes, now we're just down to 3 models. And then, like I said, in Europe, overseas, they stopped selling the Sportster. The Sportster is actually very popular in that region, in that area. In Europe, it's hugely popular. In Canada, it's also popular, mainly because of the insurance rates over there. I just recently came to realize, because I was complaining about my insurance, that they actually charge riders by the CCs up there in Canada. Sorry, I feel sorry for you guys. But yeah, you know what? I just don't know how to feel about it. Like I said, I am a little bummed out, but I'm also excited about what's coming next. I mean, the Sportster has been around for many years, over 50 years. It's a great bike. It's a great frame. I know a lot of people call it a girl's bike, but I mean, honestly, this bike, it's fun. It feels great. It's got that same feel. It's got that torque, but it's just kind of like the name. It's just sportier version of the of a Harley Davidson, the air-cooled V-twin pushrod engine. The way we know it, it looks like this is going to be the end of looks like it's going to be the end of it. You know what? Just like a Phoenix, the Sportster, now we're going to get this new version, this updated version. It's going to rise from the ashes, and it might just end up being kind of sort of like an FXR type of a deal. I mean, people are going to hate it. I'm pretty sure a lot of the consumers aren't happy about it. A lot of people don't like where Harley Davidson is going in this new direction with this Revolution Max, with the Pan America. Now with the recent news, the Sportster, the updated Sportster. Yes, I mean, just kind of like with the M8 Softail. A lot of people hated that bike, and a lot of people still hate that bike. But who knows, maybe 20 years from now, 30 years from now, the M8 Softail might be considered as Harley's best handling, best frame, best engine out there. Looking back maybe 20 years from now, who knows? Or I might be wrong. Maybe the FXR might still be the best frame, or the best Harley Davidson Harley has ever offered with the FXR. A lot of people still feel that way, but like I said, looking at the history, a lot of people didn't like that bike. I'm not gonna repeat myself anymore, but I don't know. I just want to see what you guys think, your guys' feedback. Looking at the new Revolution Max, we might get the Sportster, we might get a 1250 custom. I mean, we're gonna see in a few more days. We're only 3 days away from the time of me recording this. We are super close. Like I said, I'm excited about the news. I think the Sportster has come a long way from when it was first released. Like I said, I really love the engine, and the whole grill thing and all that other stuff. I mean, I don't know. I mean, this thing produces more power than the FXR, with all the updates, of course. Fuel injected and everything else. Who knows? Who knows what could have been and what could have happened. There's a Sportster out there, club style, that has the overall style of an FXR. I don't know if you guys seen it. I believe it's somewhere in Europe. It's a beautiful bike. I'm just a huge fan of this bike, and I believe I don't know. I just think we got to a point where people aren't just looking at the Sportster anymore. I mean, you could buy this bike in 2014 and it's still the same bike now. So I just don't see a point of anybody buying a brand new Sportster from the dealership. And I don't know the overall sale numbers. All I know is Harley Davidson last year sold close to, or a little bit over 100,000 bikes. And I don't know, maybe it's time for this next big update. And look, I'm looking forward to it. Am I a little upset about the air-cooled V-twin, the Evolution engine being pretty much tossed or discontinued? Yes, I am. But like I said, these bikes have reached a peak. I guess, I mean, this is the peak for these bikes. 2014 seems to be the ceiling for these bikes, And with the whole emissions, with the Green New Deal, the new administration, with the EPA, with the Clean Air Act, I just think Harley's just kind of decided, you know what, we can't put in more R&D. I mean, look, this bike has paid for itself incredibly over the last couple years. They haven't made a huge update, and I don't know, maybe Harley Davidson just decided, you know what, there's just no point of putting more R&D in this. If any, the Livewire has been the exact opposite. They put in so much R&D, and I just don't see them making their money back off that bike. Kind of like with the V-Rod, the whole manufacturing, the engineering, the just everything. You know what, I'm not going to get into it, but yes, I mean, this bike, this design, been around for over 50 years, and Harley Davidson has made its money off this bike. And I don't know, I mean, they could have done a little bit more. I don't know, I mean, I guess probably put in larger mufflers. I don't know the full details of the of Euro 5 and probably what's to come with all the recent news, the RPM Act. Just like I made another video. Maybe this has to do with something in that nature. Like I said, this might be part of the Green New Deal, or the current administration, or something like that. But it looks like this is it for the Sportster, for the Evo engine, and now we're gonna be looking at the Revolution Max. So I don't know. I do like this bike. I am gonna miss it, and you know, just know that there's gonna be plenty of these bikes out there for many years. You can still buy a CV carbureted Sportster till this day for maybe $3,000. So I guess this is farewell for the Evolution, and now I guess that's it. I don't know. You guys leave, like I said, leave you guys go ahead and leave your comments down below. Let me know what you guys think. I, for one, I am excited, and I am a little I guess sad and seeing what's being done to this iconic motorcycle from Harley. And you know what, you will be missed. Just kind of like the Dyna. And I guess that's it. You guys just stay out there, stay safe. Don't believe everything you read. Life's a risk. Get out there and ride. Later.